Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I am Aaron Loomis. With me today is Jiunn, Seth, guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Happy President's Day, y'all.
Exactly. So today we are talking about the 724 1874 Series Toro Especial. Cigar is a Toro, 6-inch by 52. Comes out of the Plasencia factory in Nicaragua. The wrapper is Nicaraguan Habano. The binder is from Indonesia, and the filler is from Nicaragua. It is blended by Kurt Kendall. Price point is $12, and the cigar was released in September of 2019. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
I thought it was average overall, but the reason why I thought it was average was not something that's very common. I had a really terrible burn on my cigar. I had a ton of canoeing, a bunch of touch-ups as a result of that, and it was just, it was just really annoying to deal with that. I mean, I didn't smoke any more than one. Maybe I should have, but that's why all four of us smoke it. So for construction purposes, but you know, within minus the burn, I thought it was like one of those cigars like medium body, medium strength, flavorful, not too heavy on the spice, not too heavy in general. It would have been something that's probably more, if it maybe burned right, it'll be more in my wheelhouse. But this is one of those few situations in which the burn really affected the overall flavor profile for me.
All right, Seth, how about you? What were your overall thoughts?
I didn't have any issues with the construction like June had. I just thought the blend was uneventful from beginning to end. It was monotonous, and there really wasn't much to it from what was there. I guess overall, I mean, when you look at the price of the cigar, $12, and it's a box cigar, it smokes more like a bundled stick, in my opinion. Good construction, just poor blend. What about you, Johnny?
I thought it was good.
Would you like to expand on your answer?
I mean, I guess. The interesting thing is, and you don't see this a lot in cigars, usually if we see progression, it's good in the first third and then average subpar or good average. But this is one of those rare moments where it went good average good. And like I can count on one hand the number of cigars and say the last 3 or 4 years that have done that. So I'm not sure if that's leaf placement or what's going on. And it's not a knock. It's just the second third just lacked the complexity I thought was there in the first third. And I mean, overall, the flavor profile was fairly mild, and which is approachable for most smokers out there. Kind of a general nuttiness, cocoa, very mild cedar and sweetness. And it wasn't overly complex, but it was tasty. Jiunn, it's funny that Jiunn had burn problems. I had absolutely no burn problems. It was flawless, but I had draw problems. It was extremely tight. I rated it average. It was right on the cusp of going down to subpar because it was just really tight, but it didn't seem to affect the burn, and it didn't seem to affect the flavor profile. So go figure. Aaron, what was your experience like?
Yeah, I thought the good cigar had a good start to it, but saw some dryness kind of have an effect in the second third, and then kind of I got a burning paper note in the final third, which kind of knocked things down a little bit more. The strength level was quite a bit lower than I was expecting from this cigar. It was fairly mild, and I could see this cigar maybe appealing to like a Connecticut shade smoker. Kind of fits the bill in regards to some of the flavor notes and kind of the body and I guess complexity along that for some of the more common ones. Probably not something I'm going to go back to, with any frequency, but, if I'm in the mood for maybe something a little bit lighter or something like that, it's like, I'm not going to be really focusing on it. But I had, perfect construction on mine. So, I kept the best one for myself, but, if I didn't have to pay attention to it and let the cigar just burn and I could smoke on it, then, I might go back to it. But, it's a really easy smoking experience. If somebody that's kind of wants to dabble in cigars or something like that, they wanted to try this one. I don't think it's going to beat them over the head with strength or anything like that. It's not going to be offensive in flavor, so it might be a fit for that. So let's get into the scores. Start at the top with you, John, at 6.37. Jiunn was next at 6.05. I gave it a 5.75, and Seth gave it a 4.88. So John, 6.37.
This seems higher than what I've expected. I would have expected to be in the low sixes, especially with some raw issues. Flavor-wise, I think it's probably a 5.96, like it's above average. I think it's probably the perfect construction that kind of takes it up into the higher sixes.
All right, Jiunn 605.
Yeah, it seemed um, a little bit higher just because I didn't have such a good construction experience within the burn. But but I did like some of the flavors of the cigar, which is why it's above a typical average 5 perhaps. So yeah.
Yeah, my 5.75 matches well. It's about an average flavor profile, but it had perfect construction, so that's what kind of gets into those mid to higher up 5s. Seth 4.88.
Yeah, man. Just not much there. Not much going on. Not much of a blend.
All right,
No bueno on my endo.
there you go. Any other final thoughts for you guys on this one?
Hey, we were talking before we went live on this. Aaron, you were saying how this is not the same blend, or did they change factories or something, or
No,
what?
this is a line that came out, I think, last in 2018, and
Okay.
then they added 2 new Vitolas in 2019. So this is it's not the core 724 blend. This is a newer blend to the brand.
Gotcha.
I like to try the other sizes and see how they compare. I think that'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
I heard, from
That's 724. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jim.
yeah, no, I heard from a perhaps not so trustworthy source that these are supposed to be good. So
All right.
The best 724 blend are the barber poles.
It's
is it all Placencia? Do you know?
It's all Placencia stuff. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
What are they? The dog walkers or something?
Yeah.
It's called dog walker. Yeah. Surprisingly, it's actually really good barber pole. It's the best stuff they do, I think.
I like the original 724 blend. I like that one a lot. So. All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. We'll also check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.